Hey y'all, remember this game that I hadn't played in literally 3 years? Guess what? Turns out, when I got my new computer, I lost all of my progress, and so I had to replay through everything to get back to this point. So, let's go. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and I think I went back a line or two just to try and remind y'all what was going on, but it is what it is, you're watching it or you're not. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious at the very least, hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo! I believe choo-choo was the first line that wasn't in the last episode, but it's fine. But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. And as the Funplex newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex's event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some of our out-of-towners to stick around for it.
Ooh.
That's the one you've been working on, right, Emmy?
Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see. And do you have a name for this grand event yet?
Yeah, Emmy, what's it called?
I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with the perfect name, but I figured it out. Are you ready?
Am I?
The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... Funplex to the max. No. Funplex. Ultimate Funplex. Ultima Funplex. I was thinking of calling it Ultima Funplex. How's that sound, I wonder? That works. We should call it Ultima Funplex, because Ultimate didn't fit in my character count. What do you think? Eh?
Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing!
It's perfect.
Really? You named it Ultima Funplex? There are worse things you could have called it. It is kind of catchy, though. Nice work, friend. Thanks, you two. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? And, how much would all of that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know.
You mean you don't already have your tickets?
They sell out, like, on day one, my friend. Actually, they sell out in about 20 minutes on day one, and all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No. My greatest plans foiled.
Beep, beep.
Emmy, while you were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if it got out into the open. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling us the tickets at their original prices.
Hooray!
And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting an email for 2 Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1. Done! Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and could use a mini vacation.
Okay. But, Iris? That's kinda known as blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal.
Don't worry, Emmy. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be just fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do.
Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we need to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, but next time let's do it without any federal crimes, okay?
Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets! Now you can go. Sweet.
And I'm not gonna pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max.
Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's Facewall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex's social media presence is completely non-existent.
Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still, I had no clue of its existence.
I sorta run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though.
That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it?
Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, "Social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not gonna waste my time with it."
That also sounds like Gavin.
Yep, and Francine's too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi's way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it.
Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facewall account to spread word of Ultimate Funplex.
You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or if you want, you could take it over. As the event manager, that'd make sense.
Yeah, alright. We'll take on more responsibility. It's fine. I really should take on this responsibility. It could only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right. I got this, Ashley. Can you email me the login info?
Yep and yep.
Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute.
Login, get. Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts.
Huzzah! The power is all mine. Mine! Ashley, are you sure you want to give Emmy this much power? If the fact that she literally threw her head back and cackled isn't sign enough, I don't know what else is.
I'm not worried one bit.
Excellent.
Emmy, can I help the Funplex keep up with the Facewall? Emmy, I can help the Funplex keep up with the Facewall too. I can program timed posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many, many talents.
That'd be helpful, actually. Just, don't break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your Facewall?
Sure.
And there. I've sent out notifications to everyone on your friends list and your friends' friends list about Ultimate Funplex.
That was fast.
No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings.
Your Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event.
We can hand them out at Max, too.
And of course, put them up around the arcade. Okay, the arcade isn't too hectic today. Ashley, if you can watch the floor, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the congoers. It's time to deploy my mad artist skill.
Ooh.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's make this the best Max ever. One we will never forget. I spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, a design for our poster at any rate. Did I say yet that I was playing games this month themed around, well, not necessarily themed around romance as the core gameplay thing, but where romance is a prevalent part of the gameplay, or at least can be? Because I'm doing that, which is why we're playing largely visual novels. Yeah, okay. Which brings me back around to the current stack of papers currently in my arms. You may recall them from 3 years ago when I last played this game. That I was holding these papers and we had a flashback to the creation of the posters. Anyway, which do not in fact resemble the poster I designed.
Oh, I took the liberty of tuning your poster just a little. And changing the font selection and picking out new clip art and rearranging everything and using a popular color scheme.
But I liked my original design.
Emmy, you used Comic Sans. And Papyrus.
Okay, I would in fact use Comic Sans and Papyrus. But, hear me out, I don't like fonts with serifs, which luckily she didn't use. But serifs just make things harder to read. Don't like them. They're useful for stylization sometimes, but you gotta use them sparingly and on purpose, not just serifing every single letter for no reason. I feel very strongly about this apparently. Anyway, Comic Sans is cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat people aliens everybody loved.
Take it from a wannabe visual designer. Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. But these new flyers are going to pull people from the four corners of the globe.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well, I mean...
I'm not, really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, make art for a living, right? I couldn't. Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I also emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a copy shop or something, they can run off more. Publishing document, get. So, back to the point at hand. Getting the information out to the masses. Maybe if we just start yelling, "Hey, you guys!"
Several people turn and look at us confusedly. Juniper!
What?
Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive.
As you like. Seems my work here is done.
Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it.
You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I want to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I was seriously thinking about it. Just, it's interesting and stuff.
Later!
Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Emmy.
Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all really didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually, I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings, in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There are even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole store for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. Okay, but see, here's the thing. They're not just waiting in lines. They're chatting with their friends. I can stand around chatting with my friends for a lot longer than I can just wait in a line. That's the thing. Fandom culture means you're kind of friends with everybody here unless you have an explicit disagreement with them. Like, not that you're close, but it means you have a shared interest that you can both talk about together, even if you'll never see that person again and won't have more than one conversation with them in your entire life. I say as someone who's been to 3 conventions in her entire life, but it's different than just standing in a line. It's standing in a line with people that you have a shared interest with and aren't competing with them for space. It's not like in line for trying to get concert tickets or to see an artist or whatever. There's a level of what if there's not enough space for me. At a convention, so long as it's not near the end of the day, everybody knows they'll get to it when they get to it, and the standing in line's part of it. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. The sensory output, that part is true. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people to Ultima Funplex, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. That sounds like someone I know. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes as I turn around. Emmy! Teo sets down a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime's stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music, and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even get a chance to talk to anybody. Hey, hey! Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you're significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, this? It's for the Showtime stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there's Showtime stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo just to be part of our Showtime stage flash mob. What? Yeah, I want to join in. I admit I probably spent too much time watching videos of flash mobs doing random stuff for upvotes, but they look like so much fun. And to take everyone by surprise like that, I want to see the look on their faces. I want in. I mean, it might be a little too late for that. I've been planning this for months, and it's taking coordination from all the leaders of all the Showtime's groups. There's a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, I mean, you should come watch it. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with white regal gloves. With a cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves for Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback at how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I felt like I had time warped back to the 1800s and was about to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculously out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's here as a character from a hot fighting arcade game called Melee Maidens. It's all about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy tea party or something. Alright, I'm ending this episode here. In the next one, we'll have to decide between being flustered and or joking, I can't tell for sure, and making a Star Trek reference. For now though, bye 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 bye.